Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Coffee with HDR. Now, you might notice this morning I didn't have no interesting opener or anything to run, and that's primarily because I'm on a backup computer today. That primary iMac is just taking a dive. First of all, here I want to ask everybody if you can hear me okay this morning. If the audio is okay, I'm actually working with a whole different microphone setup today, too. Let me run through these welcomes here. Good morning, Daniel. I see it's still snowing and raining in upstate New York, and man, that's a terrible, terrible thing for a motorcyclist. Harley Moonrider, your nurse woke you up early. Man, I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Hope you're doing all right there for sure. Smyrna Cowboys in the house. Uh, Love to have you on board there this morning with us. Ron Kelly, Daniel S. again. Let's see. Dan S. 6 months of no riding is not good for the soul. It is not good for the soul, Dan. Ron Kelly, I tried all winter to find warm, dry southern state to escape to with the trike, but not this winter. Yeah, I tell you, sometimes it's hard. Roadline Andy, good morning. Jim Wilson, good morning to you. Jerry Riverbluff of Baggers, Jeff Rice, Chuck Henson, oops, HDAV Traveler, Ron Kelly. Let's see here. I'm just trying to go through here to say good morning to everybody in here. Chuck Henson, good morning. We had mostly rain and a couple inches of snow just north of us. They got about 2 feet. Man, I've seen some of that snow, man. Crazy snow this time of year. Let's see here. Harley 103's in the house. Good morning. Paul's in there. Good morning. Yesterday was beautiful here in South Carolina. You rode about 260 miles. Man, I wish I could have got 260 miles yesterday. And we'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. Dean C., good morning. Debbie's in the house, Molly, and couldn't go to lunch with my sister yesterday, mainly because it was a Good Friday, and I didn't just want to go out and have a fish dinner. We wanted to go out and have some kind of nice lunch somewhere, something out of the ordinary. So, Ron Moto Adventures, good morning to you. Nancy Weems, good morning. Smyrna Cowboy, Jackie Boy's in the house. Good morning, Jackie Boy. Nice to have you on board. HD Vibe, good morning. Good morning. I see you're out riding, getting some moto vlogging there in. Captain Ed, Be the Rider PA, all the soggy dogs. We're all soggy dogs today. And Mike Bodine. So, anyway, first of all, there, as I said, I'm trying to see that the audio is okay. If somebody can just give me a good. Johan M., good morning to you. Thanks for joining the chat there this morning and joining the channel here on Coffee with HDR, live every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anyhow, once we get some clarification there, if the audio is okay, or if, let me see if I got my phone there. If Be the Rider PA or somebody can text me there. Oh, Be the Rider PA did send me a text. Let's see what it says. Let's see. Rainy and crappy. All good. All good. Thank you, Harley 103. Thank you. Like I said, I'm working with a different microphone here today and trying to get, like I said, I'm using a backup computer. So, and I had to set this thing up in like 5 minutes before showtime because the other computer is just taking a crap. Of course, I bought it in 2015. It's a 27-inch iMac, and I love the computer, but it seriously needs reloaded, and I'm trying not to do that. So, anyway. Yep. Okay. Anthony said audio is all good. So we are underway here. Sounds good in New Zealand. Man, thanks for joining me from New Zealand, man. It's nice to get that worldwide reach for this show, and be out there and be in all different countries. And it's really, really a good thing to hear. So good, loud and clear. Thanks, Be the Rider PA. I appreciate that, guys. It's good that we have some people out there that can actually text me live. Because what happens is so much on the show, we're on a short delay here. So by the time I ask a question and you type an answer, there's a little delay there for sure. Jackie Boy finally got a ride in Thursday. Thought it would hold me over till better weather sets in. Only made the itch worse. Jackie Boy, my heart goes out to you, buddy. Believe me, for sure. I feel the exact same way, man. I went out Thursday, actually. So Thursday here, it rained all the way up until noon. So at noon, and I'm off for a few days here from work. So at noon, I called Miss HR and I said, you know what? Everything's drying out, man. It's really, really looking nice outside. So I went out, I got all geared up, and I got the bike out, and I went out for a ride. Was that Thursday? No, that was actually yesterday. I'm sorry, Friday. That was the story for Friday. It was cold all morning. It didn't rain yesterday morning. No, on Thursday it rained all morning, right? So it rained all morning, and then about 1 o'clock it cleared up. I actually called Miss HR and said, "Look, I'm going to go fishing," and she said, "That's a great idea." So I went out and bought myself a bucket of minis, and I got me a container of worms, which worms are very high priced this year. Be careful when you buy fishing worms. Better just dig your own. So the fishing worms was like $4.75, and the guy said, "I'm giving it to you for $3.50 because I'm in that bait shop all the time, all year long." So he's pretty nice to us. He does us justice. So, um, Tony G, good morning. Glad to have you on board there. Um, Waiting to pick up my 2017 Ultra. Just had detachable tour pack installed. Hoping this reduces some weight. Tony G, if you watched my video on tour pack or no tour pack, it does. It does. You're going to drop that weight on that motorcycle by 60 pounds. Okay. And people said, HDR, how do you know it's 60 pounds? I put it on a scale. Myself and Miss HDR waited because we just wanted to know how much weight are we actually taking off of the Road Glide Ultra. And it was 60 pounds we took off of that. So the world famous Coffee with HDR, Jack, you should come up with your own brand of coffee. Harley 103. I have been asked for HDR coffee for so long. And if anybody out there knows how to use that supply chain, Be the Rider PA took me to a shop, and the guy said he will do it for me. He'll brand the coffee with, coffee with HDR or HarleyDayRider brand coffee or whatever we want to put on there. But the only problem is a pound of coffee is going to cost you about $18. So, because he has a supplier, he has to make money himself as my supplier. And then so if you can find me a wholesaler that will make really good coffee, especially a dark roast. I love a dark roast. So if we can get out there and find that, that would be awesome for sure. So Ricky KM, good morning. Toby is in the house. Good morning, Toby. Ron Moto Ventures is in the house. Jerry Bluff River Baggers. I talked about Mike Bodines here. And morning, Colin. Colin must be in the house. I'm sorry. There he is. There's Colin. Hi, Mike, Toby, and Traveler. Colin says Scott Davis is in the house. Good morning, Scott. So it is great to have everybody in here this morning. And as I was just saying, so Thursday I did go fishing. I ended up catching 4 crappie, but not worthwhile of keeping. Matter of fact, they were under legal limit. The legal limit at the lake we go to is 9 inches. And these things were like 7, 8. I mean, they were almost there. But I was just mainly going out to enjoy my time, just enjoy some relaxation by the lake and get some lines wet. So I fished for probably about 4 hours, I guess. Then I wrapped it up and came home because the wind started getting crazy. It was a really, really windy day. So it got absolutely crazy out there. On the Wing of the Hog, good morning. Glad to have you on board there. Don't drink coffee, Road Glide Andy says. Bronco Ride. So I'm trying to come up with that, and I'm glad you guys are interested. Hopefully, if I get this together, we could get some sales together, and we'll take the money. If nothing else, we'll take the profits and we'll send it off to a charity, right? We'll send it off. And I talked before about Forgotten Angels. It's a big event every year. Their camp out, and I would like to be able to give back to that group. So any coffee mugs I sell, anything on the Teespring store, I just take that and I send it. And unfortunately, there hasn't been any sales on the Teespring store. But the coffee, we would do the same thing. I do this mainly Saturday morning. Coffee with HDR is mainly just to get the group of community together, get all of us guys talking about motorcycles and riding. That's why I do this. I'm not doing this for any profit or anything. So it's nice to be able to take that and just be able to send it down there. I could even mark it like from the HDR community. Nah, we don't want to put my name on it. From the moto vlogging community, because a lot of your moto vloggers, that would cover us, right? From the moto vlogging community. And they'll get it. They'll know what we're talking about. Toby says HDR coffee sounds like a great raffle item for VAM 22. Just saying. That's a thought. Maybe I'll have to get a couple bags made for VAM and bring them along with me. Toby, you might have to be my marketer. Maybe you're the great marketer, and maybe I need a new marketer out there. So that's a great thought, man. Money 7855. Good morning. Do you have any angry HDR shirts in your shop? That's my favorite. I am never angry. I am the most positive, calm person you'll ever meet, Bronco Rod. You know me. We're like brothers. I'm a calm, cool, collected guy. I don't get angry over anything. Nothing. Maybe in the past, some of the questions that we may have hit, but ordinarily, I'm just a calm, cool, collected guy. Very positive and upbeat is what I try to portray, right? So money 7855. I'm going to highlight some of these as we go along here this morning. Back on the bike for the first time since my motorcycle accident 6 months ago, and it felt great. Man, I'm glad you're recovering. We talked on the fireside chat with the boys last Sunday about coming back from a motorcycle accident. Would you get back on the motorcycle? Would you ride again? And we've talked about that a few different times. I know Ty from Tennessee went through a horrific motorcycle accident, and he's back out riding now. So, and I just don't know. I don't know. I guess it would depend on the extent of the injuries, but then they always say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay. So remember that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Bodine loves when I break out in the song. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit here this morning. I thought I would bring it up anyway. Mike, you went to the Forgotten Angel camp in March, man. You meet some amazing people there. I would like to just go and meet some of these amazing moto vloggers and talk to them and just shake their hand for doing what they do, man. It's just unbelievable the effort that all those moto vloggers put in and how far some of them travel to get there. It's unbelievable. And it's such a great cause. I mean, I don't think society should chew up and throw out anybody, or well, not even that. So society with these kids, with these orphans, they're in these orphanages, or they're in these different types of homes, and when they're 18, they just like, okay, you got to go now. Well, where are you going to go now? So it's nice that they have that set up where you can actually have something like that going on, where they're helping people get jobs, they're helping them get a place to live. They're teaching them, all about life and society. So just playing with them. Jack is a good dude. Toby, are you defending me, brother? Oh, no, Toby. Yeah, Toby. Bronco Ride, I got to highlight this morning. No, we do. The three of us do goof around an awful lot. We do play a lot, and that's okay. So Chuck says, my good friend hit a deer. There you go. My good friend hit a deer, almost died, had 7 plates put in his body. 1 year and a day later, he did an iron butt challenge. Man, Chuck, man, bless your friend, man. That'd be hard to come back from. That's for sure. I mean, it's just, it would be hard. And I love to hear those kind of stories. I love to hear stories where guys triumph over something, and they get back out there and they get back on the motorcycle. And, I mean, look at Adam Sandoval. He was the same way, right? That lady hit him. You can read his book. I mean, his book is awesome. But the lady hit him, and I mean, he had pins and needles and plates in his leg, and his leg to this day is still not, 100%. He'll tell you that. But he's back out there riding all the time, So it's a mishap. And like I said, if it doesn't kill you, it made him stronger, and it made him a lot stronger too. So, and guys, it's something I think what I would have to second guess me personally is, and maybe you guys have too, is it something you could have did to prevent that, and people turning in front of us, you can't. You're driving along, or people like Ty, the guy came through the intersection, man, ran a red light. That's clearly not the greatest thing. But I would quite, like I would all the time, and that's what would scare me about riding again, would be like, is it going to happen again? There's some scary people out there on the road. There really, really is. And we all, I know Colin had a great question on the fireside chat with the boys about, or a great topic we talked about a little bit, are you a risk taker? And I think Colin hit the nail on the head. And I told him afterwards, I called him after, because during the show, I'm like, I don't know if I'm a risk taker. Guys, I was a fireman at the age of 15 years old, and I stayed a fireman until I was in my 30s. I went into burning houses. You know, people, we used to always say, people are running away from a burning building. We were running into it to put the fire out. So, you know, but I don't know. Maybe I never thought of it as risk. You know, even when I went in the military, I didn't see so much the risk as I seen duty. Right? It was something. It was a duty to serve my country. It was something I wanted to do. So, same thing with the firefighting. I wanted to help people, and it worked out really, really well for a lot of years. So, of course, I was volunteer. I never got paid to fight fires either. I did it free of charge, just again to help people out. So, look at late May, early June before I can ride. Oh man, yeah. Now this is April the 8th, April the 16th today. Hey, tomorrow, by the way, like happy Easter to everybody. And I'll have to remember to say that at the end of the show also. But tomorrow is Easter, man. You know, it's a big day for the little kids. And absolutely a good time. And that reminds me, I might have to go shopping for Mrs. HDR. I didn't buy her anything yet for Easter. Do you buy your spouse something for Easter? Is that something you do? You get them something, each Easter. We used to buy her like a, I guess a basket, you know, put some goodies in there. And Harley 103 said, risk is a risk. Too old to do those, and especially on a motorcycle. Yeah. Risk. Oh, riding is a risk. Okay. Well, yeah, it is. Riding is a risk. So, um, but yeah, Smyrna Cowboy. Yeah, I mean, May is coming right around the corner. The weather here has just been atrocious, man. I mean, just rain, 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 and the same around the country. I hear a lot of you complaining about rain, and this is cold rain. This is not, you know, where it's an 80-degree drizzle and you're going like, I'm getting the bike out, you know, because the only thing bad about riding in the rain is coming home. You got to clean the bike, and so be it, right? Clean your bike up, clean your motorcycle. Jackie Boy says the gift of being married to me is enough. Hey, Jackie Boy, you know, I never met you, but when I do at VAM, we're going to shake hands because I tell you what, my friend, same philosophy, right? Same philosophy. I got that same thing going on. So, Mike Bodine. And Mike, I hope to meet you also at VAM. VAM 22, guys, remember, it's coming up quick. July 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of 2022. So in Tazewell, Virginia, right? Yeah, Tazewell, Virginia. And, book your rooms now, man. And I tell everybody, book your room now. And if it's getting close, but book it with the cancellation insurance. As it's getting closer and closer to the time for VAM, if you find something goes awry and you can't go, cancel. Because if you wait until 2 weeks before, you're not getting a room. This thing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger. Because it only started last year. And everybody there, man, bless all of you guys because everybody got to find out how good the rain suits really were. And that was amazing because we all rode in the rain. And take it from me and Bronco Ride in Orvis, 3 guys staying in a beautiful house with every possible cooking utensil you could ever want. And we bought no food. We were living on the vending machines where we ate breakfast. Believe it or not, the guy had a vending machine in his Airbnb. So we had breakfast from the vending machine. So Ron Kelly said, how about the Ohio ride? The Ohio ride is going to be in June. I don't have the dates. Bronco Ride might have the dates. Maybe he'll throw them in the chat there for us. I don't have them with me right now. It's on another calendar. It's in the middle of June, mid-June. The 3 of us will be in Ohio riding all of the Windy 9. See, I said it right. No, I said it wrong again. It's the Windy 9. I don't know why I say that. So we'll be riding the Windy 9. I got the map here somewhere. I don't know. What did I do with that? Ah, there it is. Right here. So we'll be riding all of these roads here. 9 thrilling routes. 1 great destination. Athens, Ohio, 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 Ohio. Yeah, man. So this is going to be a great trip right here. I got this up because I'm starting to plan our routes now. And we're going to try to ride all 9 roads. We're going to be there, I think for like 4 or 5 days. We're going to be there. So we're going midweek. Just beat the crowds. right? So just our thoughts. Kids used to get Easter baskets. Now they are too old. We honor the reason for Easter, Toby says. And we also do, Toby. We definitely do. Um, we will definitely be Easter Sunday. We'll be in church like many other Americans. So we do honor the reason for Easter, and I know what the reason is. We have grandkids now, though, Toby. So now we get to buy for the grandkids. And you know what, guys? It's not the act of giving gifts. Just like Christmas time. People lose touch with what Christmas is. It's about presents. We know that's not the case, right? But it is the act of giving. I just love buying for my grandkids, man. They are just so thrilled, and the least little thing, man. You give them a little one that's marshmallow peeps, and they're like, "Woo, candy!" and they get all worked up. So, just so thrilling. Let's see, HarleyDayRider. I recommend checking out. Let's check this out. The History of Easter on YouTube. It's a cool episode, and you'll learn stuff about Easter you probably didn't know. Toby, I will mark that to watch tonight with my wife, for sure. So, let's see. Bronco Rod said he believes it's June 13th through the 18th range is when we will be in Ohio. We are planning, and I know, and I wish, and our buddy is not feeling too well. Actually, Bodine 52 sent us a message last night. He was pretty sick. He didn't sound good at all through text messages. I mean, you know what I mean. What he was typing was not good. But anyway, he is actually planning a meetup at the Harley shop. I can't remember which Harley shop it is. We worked it out one night. So we're going to have a meetup there, and we want to meet not so much for us. We want to meet you guys. We want you guys to show up so we can shake your hand and meet you, tell us who you are, where you're from around Ohio or the tri-state area. And, it's going to be a one-night meetup. And I think he talked about on Wednesday. I don't know. He was calling the Harley shop to see if we can get it worked out with the Harley shop. So that's going to be a pretty good time just to hang out with each other, talk about motorcycling, riding, and having a good time. So that's the stuff we're thinking of doing. I don't know. Road Glide Andy said the Windy Nine. I know those roads. Yeah, you've been on many of those roads, Road Glide Andy. So I know you've been up that way a lot. I like Peeps. Anyone else? Try Glide Ed. Yeah, Mrs. HDR loves Peeps. I could just buy her a basket full of Peeps, and she would just be happy as can be. I particularly, I don't know about the marshmallow texture stuff. I don't really dig it or get into it, but she sure does. Ron Kelly said, don't forget Route 26 out of Marietta. 4 covered bridges. And I got Route 26 actually mapped out and planned already. I'm going to do that as a day trip. So I'm going to leave here, ride down. I think it's Route 7. I've been on Route 7. 7? No, I don't know. Going down to Sistersville. You probably know if you know that area. Sistersville, Marietta. And I'm going to ride that road. Awesome road for sure. It looks just like a fantastic ride. I think myself and Road Glide Andy was on it once. He took me out that way, and we went out for fried bologna sandwiches at this little pub. Amazing food, guys. Amazing food for sure. So, let's see. It actually kept my teenager's attention, so that's something. Okay, well, good. So it kept your teenager's attention, and that is the meaning. I'll write it down here, Toby, of Easter on YouTube. All right. So the meaning of Easter on YouTube. Need your Pan Am to get to one of them. And yeah, I don't think. Let's see. I don't think. No, I know for sure. So, and he's in here, so clear it up for me. Is Bronco Ride is not bringing the Pan Am to the Pan America to Ohio. I believe he's going to bring the Pan America on vacation to Van. I think that's his plan right now, and that's an awesome plan because I would love to see the bike. And he even promised myself and Bodina we could get a nice ride on it. So I'm in. So I know you'll say, HDR, you did a video of a demo ride. Guys, a demo ride, I can't tell what a bike is like on a demo ride. not really give my real opinion. I got to ride that bike. I'd like to. Somebody had a good idea actually. Rent a motorcycle for like 2 or 3 days before you're going to buy a certain model, and see what you think about it. See if you like it. That's an awesome idea. So, Rocky J, good morning to you. I don't know if I acknowledged you yet this morning. You have to open the package and let your peeps age for a few days. Oh, that's an interesting thing to do. Let your peeps age for a few days. Scott Davis, good morning. The neighbor lady hates peeps, and her husband bought her a bunch for her birthday. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Scott, it sounds like you're going to get some gifts from your neighbors. You're going to get some peeps. Triglide Ed, everyone take care. I got to head out to church and help spread mulch on the playground. Triglide Ed, thanks for stopping by this morning, man. Enjoy your mulch day. At least that means you got good weather to spread mulch. Can't spread mulch in the rain. Pink's Adventures, good morning. Demo rods are just a first impression. Yeah, Pink, and I agree with you 100%, and I try to portray that when I'm out there and I videotape or videotape. I digitally record the experience that it's my first impression. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not going to tell you, these cams are amazing or these lifters really are lifting correctly. I don't say that. I just tell people like it's got good pickup. It runs great. I told Miss HDR one of the most interesting, fun bikes I've ridden was at the last demo ride. I took out a Road Glide Special, and they already had a Stage 2 kit on this thing. It was amazing. Even with the big, heavy breather in like Bronco Ride runs, it was an amazing ride, man. All the power you would want. She said, well, why don't you go buy that bike? And I was like, She's giving me an in, right? I can go buy it. I mean, I love my Road Glide Ultra though, and it's so set up now, and I got so much add-ons, and you guys know how it is, And it would be for sure. I would strip it, and I would put all the stock stuff back on, take all the custom dynamic lights off of it, because the Harley shops aren't going to give me anything more for that. If I sold it outright, I'll probably get more money, a little bit more. But people want to pay Blue Book value. They don't want to pay anything extra. So, but anyway, Toby Northern, you sent me a link on Instagram. Thank you very much for that. I will check that out after the show here. Pete's 1800, man. You finally got the wing home. That's good. And your garage is looking awesome. It's nice to get organized. I've had my garage now for 2 years, and I'm not organized. I still got to put walls in, and I've been slowly acquiring 2x4s because if you know the wood market, like putting walls in the garage is going to cost me almost as much as what it costs to build the garage. At least the frame of the garage. You get the picture. Back then, the wood was cheaper. But man, 2x4s are way up there right now. And I got to buy 2x4 by 10s because between my posts, the big 4x4 posts in the garage is 10 feet. I think it's 10. So I want it to go straight across for the header and the footer, and then I'll buy 8 foots for the walls. But I got a lot of work to do, Pete's 1800, before I can actually put cupboards up like you. Those are awesome, man. They look really nice. And, a buddy of mine has a garage. He's had a garage for decades. And he said, don't put a lot of stand-up cupboards in your garage because you're taking up valuable floor space. Every cupboard you put in, like Pete 1800 did, put it like, on the wall, like your kitchen cabinets, put them up on the wall and put your stuff in there. And I think that's an awesome idea. Pete's 1800, yeah, lumber is absolutely nuts. The last 2x4 I bought is a 2x4x8, and I paid $7 for it. So, and I need 125 of those. So do the math, and you will see that it's going to cost a pretty penny. And the 2x4x10s, I need 36 of those. So they're probably going to be about $10 a piece, I guess. So that's a lot. It's a lot of lumber. I'll make the garage nice, heating it up. It's not bad now. I love my garage. Absolutely love it. On a Wing and a Hog, good morning. I love my Stage 1 and 2 on the Electric Glide. Totally different bike from stock. Absolutely it is. Chuck Henson, good morning. Years ago, I rented a Harley Ultra Classic and put 1,000 miles on it before I decided to buy one for myself. Chuck, that is an amazing story, and that is how you should buy a motorcycle. Um, should Harley have a demo program where you can take a bike out? Maybe not, because maybe they wouldn't sell so many of one model. I don't know, but Harley has an amazing seat program, and I think they still do that. You go in, you get one of these seats, and I did a couple videos on it years ago, but so you put like the sundowner seat on it. It has orange words over it. It says demo, 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 demo. But they let you use it. And the shop that I was at let me use it for like 3 days, take Mrs. HDR out. And she's like, no go. She didn't like it. So I went back. I didn't have to pay a deposit or anything. Some Harley shops will charge you a deposit like $100 to take the demo seat out in case you don't bring it back. So take the seat back. If you want to buy one. I really wish Mustang would do that. I wish Mustang would have a demo program to send the seat out, see if you like it or not. Because I love the Mustang touring seats that Bronco Ride has. Bodine 52 has it. I think Bob Nelson recently bought one. It's an amazing seat for sure. The only thing I see about it is it has this little knob sticking out right where your spouse sits. Miss HR said she believes that it wouldn't be in her way of where she sits or how she sits on the bike. But I worry about that knob protruding. And that's the only thing. Other than that, I love the seat. I had a Mustang seat on my Sportster, and absolute comfort, man. It's like riding in a recliner. So definitely worth the money. But I do wish they had a program where I could try it out and see if Miss HR enjoys sitting on the Mustang seat and then buy one. But anyway, that's just me. Jackie Boy says, whoops, whoa. I lost some chat here. I'm just trying to catch up here a little bit. That's why you sell your house for cheap and tell potential buyers the low price is for their want to do upgrades. Yeah, there you go. That's not a bad idea. Jackie Boy says, I've been working on my home pub. I am down to building the bar itself and just put everything on hold because lumber is crazy price. Jackie Boy, you know what the bad news is, my friend? It's not going back down. I'm a true believer in once they find out the American people will buy something for whatever extravagant, you know what I mean? Whatever inflated price the American public will pay for it, they'll just leave it there and just let us keep paying it because people are buying it. American people cannot stop building. We can't. We want to build. Doesn't matter. Not only that, upgrades, right? We all do upgrades. I'm getting ready to put a banister on my back porch because my new grill I bought last year blew off and like blew the lid apart. And I got it fixed, but it looks atrocious. I mean, but the grill was a very, very good grill. And we figured we bought a good one to last us for several years, but it blew off because I don't have a banister on there, and it's my fault. Or we didn't chain it. Who would ever thought it's on the side of the house? Who would ever thought it would blow off into the driveway? I mean, it's a big, heavy stainless steel grill. Bam, it's all blown apart. So I look at that kind of stuff. So I'll buy lumber, but the American people cannot I've never seen anything. We can't just join together and be like, just don't buy lumber. Just don't even go into Home Depot, Lowe's. And it's not them doing it. Believe me, it's not them. I watched the documentary on it. It's not the guy cutting down the trees going, we want more for these logs. No, it's not the guy on the truck driving the truck. They're all making the same money. It's that guy in between in the big towers, the big industry, the CEOs, the COOs of these companies moving this product around and selling it out of these big warehouses going, we want $7 a 2x4. And damn it, they're going to get it. Just stand up, people, and just don't buy. Don't buy. You want gas prices to stop? Everybody just don't drive. Don't do anything for one day. Every American person, gas would tumble because there would be no demand. We got to drop the demand. As long as people are buying it, they'll be charging $8 a gallon soon. Hey, get this. So anyway, I'm off that soapbox, but listen, here you go. Wait, I gotta get back to these new comments. I gotta catch up. Hey, Bob Nelson, good morning, man. Good morning, William. Good morning, Frosty's Traveler. Glad to have you guys in there this morning, man. We have a great chat room going on here this morning. So yesterday, I got 3.5 gallons of high premium gasoline in my motorcycle because I went out for a nice ride yesterday. I'll talk about that. $17.50 for 3.5 gallons. $17.50. And now you don't think I was thinking, hey, I wonder if I go to Harley and trade this, I can buy the electric motorcycle and never pay for gas or oil again. Never. And of course, I'll never get to tour again. I'll never get to go over the road riding because I have to carry a generator with me on a trailer, I guess. Hey, that's a thought. Everyone ride their motorcycle instead of cars. Bodine, that's not going to help. The idea is, and I understand where you're coming from, my friend. The idea is don't ride any gas vehicles at all. Nothing. No gas motorized vehicles at all. Just stop. Stop the economy for one day. We have a government, and we take that government and love it or hate it. We pay those people to make great decisions for us, and they can tell us whatever they want us to do. And I've been watching this thing on Hulu called The Book of Secrets. Watch that. Watch how the billionaires of this country are running the country. They can do whatever they want to us. That's just the bottom line, because we don't band together, right? We don't come together and say, hey, stop. Man, we got social media. We can stop this country in 1 second. We can stop everything. Now, would that statement get me killed? Probably. The CIA will be up here on the hillside somewhere with a high-powered sniper rifle, and they'll shoot me right through the window because I'm speaking out. But that's my thoughts. Anyway, $17.50 for 3.5 gallons of gas. Guys, what happens if I start putting regular gas in my motorcycle? It's probably going to ping and knock like hell, huh? I've never tried it. I know Hondas, you can do that. Hondas run on regular gasoline. So maybe it would be fine. I don't know. There's a question for you for the day. Yes, that cost is about right. I did a trip to Arizona Bike Week last week. Each stop was 3.5 gallons and roughly $18 to top it off. Yeah, I told Miss H you're on vacation this year. We're taking a vacation. Like I said, it's probably going to be 3,000 to 4,000 miles now. It looks a little longer than we originally planned. Anyway, I told her we're throwing the tent on the back, and I said, baby, we're sleeping on the side. That we're going to find little campsites or little whatever, and pull in there. We're going to sleep in our tent because gas is going to really. Usually, our highest price of travel is hotels, and we always have a decent dinner at night. We'll eat anything for lunch. Breakfast is normally at the hotel, so it's normally free. But gas prices this year, guys, are going to kill our vacation. The one year we went to Sturgis and back for 2 weeks, and I think I spent $138 in gas total for all those miles. This year, I'm thinking probably closer to $300 in fuel. So we'll see. Frosty said $425 for regular here in upstate New York. Guys, and I know the East Coast, I know. But Honda Goldwings are not a V-twin. Aren't they 4 and 6 cylinder? I think it is a 4-cylinder. There might be a 6-cylinder engine on a Honda Goldwing. I'm not sure. Any Goldwing riders in here can tell us that. Guys, gas prices are ridiculous. Stupid here in California. Yeah, I heard California, so I was just going to say, is even way worse than the East Coast. The West Coast is getting slammed with these gas prices, and I heard that for sure. Paul said $3.49 for regular. That's about what we're paying. No, that's not what we're paying. We're paying, I think, I don't know, $3.89. Here's an app that all of you should have on your phone. And let me see if I can find it. Who knows? Because we got so many apps on our phone, we just, can't really. It's just crazy. You think it'd be on this screen for sure. Let's just type it in here. Let's see. Of course, you got to download because there was an update last night on your iPhones. Did everybody see that? There was an update on your iPhones last night. And back to seats. I love my. Bob said he loves his Mustang seat. There you go, Bob. Thank you very much. And I did ask him about that. Anyway, so what you should use. No, I don't want it. Just no. I don't know. Skip that. Well, maybe later. Jeez. So much crap in here. Let's see. Let's go with premium fuel here, just to get an idea. So everybody should have this app on their phone. Can you see this app? Oops. There you go. Whoops. There you go. Maybe it'll focus up here. Yep. There you go. So this app, this is gasoline around me. Now, this is premium gas. You can see here, Sunoco, Sheetz, 449, Amoco, Amoco is 444. Kroger's is 427. That's not bad, but I think you need a Kroger's card for that. It is called Gas Buddy. I recommend everybody put that in your phone. My Mrs. HDR lives by Gas Buddy. And, this will focus again. Come on. Focus. Focus. All right. I can get a refocus here. All right, there we go. We had to refocus on me. Anyway, Mrs. HDR lives by Gas Buddy. When she goes to get gas, she'll turn that on and she will travel around looking for the best price. So Sam's Club has the lowest price there, and the lines are outrageous. We don't have a Sam's Club membership, so that wouldn't do us any good. No, okay. Jeff Rice said a Goldwing is a 6-cylinder engine, so 6-cylinder. There you go. So let me tell you a little bit about my ride yesterday. You know, we want to talk about riding the motorcycles, and I thought it was crazy when I went out there yesterday, because like I said, it was cold until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I started getting dressed, right? And I looked at my weather app and it said 55 degrees. And I thought, okay, it's a go. Let's get ready and get out there and go. I started packing up all of my camera gear. And this is where it gets really interesting. So I'm packing up all this camera gear, and I ended up having for the video tomorrow coming out. I hope you guys like it. The cinematic work I feel is not HDR. It's way not HDR. It's way higher than my style of what I normally shoot. For the cinematic value of this video tomorrow, the multiple locations I shot at. The multiple equipment, guys, 4 cameras and a Sony digital recorder, 4 different cameras and a Sony digital recorder to shoot yesterday's video. You know, this is more in the lines of some of you guys out there. You know, Bruce Bolton, good morning. How is the new shocks? I watched your riding video here. Let's see here. Are they much better? I'll talk to you about that as we go along here. So we are not talking about gas to get for your day old burritos. Yeah, you're right. Let's see here. I'm just looking through some of these. In Dayton is $3.43 for gas. Okay. All right. So anyway, yesterday I packed up everything, but tomorrow's morning's video comes out at 8 a.m. 8 a.m.? Yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I should know this. But I used 4 different cameras and a digital recorder, multiple locations. You know, the editing, I felt like a Bronco ride video, because Bronco will call us up and he said he'll sit in front of the editor for like 2 hours to edit a video. And I felt like inspired by that. It's like, I'm going to really crush a video. I'm going to edit. And I'm not going to crush it by, will anybody watch it? Because it's a little longer. It's a little bit longer video, but it's a very important topic. I think all of you will absolutely love it. But you don't know, man. You put that much time into a video, that much effort, and then it, you know, and then nobody wants to watch it, or you get a lot of negative comments. I don't want one or the other, but I didn't do it for that. I did it because I had this in my head that I wanted to shoot this video. And when something gets in this head, Miss HDR will tell you, it could be a little crazy head, right? But anyway, so the video, I sat down here, started editing, and it was really fun to edit. So I hope you enjoyed tomorrow's video anyway. So somebody asked me about my shocks. The new shocks are the new Legend Revo A's, and it made a big difference. And I know, Roguelite Andy sent me a message the other day on a comment. He said, it can't handle any better in corners. It's just, that's not possible. It doesn't make any sense. He's a mechanic. He's like, it doesn't make any sense that would be the case. I can tell you that bike is more certain and more sure in corners than the stock shocks were wherever. And I hit corners pretty tight. I don't lay my floorboards on the ground. I'm not that kind of a person. But I do get into corners pretty tight. And if you see on that video, when I came around, like, and I was leaning into those guardrails, if I would have slipped by any means, I would have definitely been eating the guardrails. That's how tight I was in that bend. But it's definitely makes the back end of the bike feel more sure, more confident. But with confidence, confidence kills. So I got to be really, really careful of how confident I get now with those shocks. Over bumps and stuff, to be honest with you, yesterday, and I still have them set for 2 up. So yesterday I hit a couple like road, not potholes, but road, like, the little bumps you get on the road. And it didn't bottom out, which was nice. But I can still feel the back end, kick up a little hard. But I think it's because I got them set stiff right now. So I know. And everybody watched the first video when we put them on, how much struggling we had adjusting those shocks. So I didn't really want to turn them. But good shocks, less deflection, better cornering. There you go, Jackie boy. So there you go. You helped prove my point. Good shocks are less deflection, are better cornering. They do corner. I think it's not even. It just makes the back end of the bike feel more. And the other word I got for you is confident. Like when I hit that bend, you don't get that anymore. Like you used to get that where one shock was stable because it was the spring, and the other side of the Harley's, well, this side was the spring, and the other side of the Harley is that adjustment part, right? So you got like this, and it was just weird. But now it's like independent, right? They're like unishocks, right? On a motorcycle, and each one's working independently of the other one, or yeah, I guess, for better or worse. What I'm saying is one's coming down in the bend and the other one's leveling the back out, or making the bike very, very stable. So that's my take on it. So are they worth it? Yes. And if you watch the one video, I said if it was me doing it again, I would buy the Legend Revos, not the A's. Just for the simple fact is, and Touring Midwest brought up a good point the other day. We were talking. You're going to save $300, and he's going to put that $300 savings into the front shocks. So that's what I would suggest to anybody. The Revo A's, have that knob on it, and and I understand it's called rebound. I was calling it something else in the video, and a guy corrected me in my comments. And I always want you guys to do that. If you see something in the comments, if you can correct it, like I try to correct things nicely. Don't be a butthead about it. Like, oh, you're dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. We're out on the bike and we're talking on those microphones, and we do our very best. Sometimes the word doesn't come to us, and that just happens. So, Bronco Ride said, glad you're enjoying new shocks, buddy. I am. Bronco Ride had them for like 2 years before myself and Bodine finally decided to do the shocks. And guys, I rode my bike for 3 years. I said in the video, we went on countless miles of trips, and we never really complained about the shocks till last year. Going into Cincinnati, the lower part of Cincinnati, going into Kentucky, and we were hitting all these speed bumps. I don't know what they were. Some kind of crap they put on the road. It was like boom, 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 boom. And all I heard Mrs. HR on the back end was, ow, 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 ow. And she goes, you got to buy them shocks. If that's going to fix this, we need shocks. And that was the driving factor behind the whole thing. So, A's are a good upgrader, but Revos work great. Yeah, Frost, you're right. Revos will be just fine. The only thing you're not getting, like I said, is the rebound knob. So, and they say you adjust that to 3 anyways, like an average setting of 3. And the Revos themselves, the internal compression or internal rebound is preset to 3. But you're going to save $300. And if I would have known that, I probably would have bought those. I've told you guys in my videos many, many times is I'm not cheap by any means. I want to get, the biggest bang for my buck. But, in life, and especially this life, I'm getting older, thinking about retirement. You got to be price conscious. You got to say, is that going to be the best idea to spend money for that item or for this item? Or am I spending it just because I can spend it and other people are doing it? Maybe I better do that too. That's not the right reason, for sure. On a wing, I too would like to do that. I did progressives on my 2017 or 2007, but the 18 Taxion is the only one. Yeah, I understand there's not a lot of people making a lot of add-on products for the Goldwings, which is a bad idea. Um, let's see here. Jackie Boy, less deflections, feels more planted because tour tire doesn't stubber on unpavement present. And I like how you said that, how you say that it makes it feel more planted. That's probably the word I'm looking for. It makes the back end feel more planted. A's are a good upgrade. HDR isn't it Eastern Daylight Time instead of Eastern Standard Time? No. No, Smyrna Cowboy, it's Eastern Standard Time. We just say Eastern Standard Time. You don't need to know that we turn our clocks one way or the other, up 4 hours, down -4 or -5. So we just say Eastern. Now I could tell everybody this show is such and such time UTC. UTC was a time universal time. I can't remember the name of it now. I don't know why I brought that up. Yeah. So it's just Eastern Standard Time. But you're right. It is right now. It's daylight savings time, but we don't need to know that. Let's see here. Let's get back down to see who else is chatting in here. Jackie Boy, Roguelite, Andy. The emission shocks your bike came with are much better than the air shocks my bike came with. And Jackie Boy, we used to run air shocks. We had a 2011 Electric Glide Classic, and we had air shocks on there, and I never really complained about them. I mean, sometimes they would lose a little bit of air, and we had that little pump in there. You'd pump them back up, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. They always seemed to be fine to me. The only way that that you want here's the bad thing about suspension, and I'm going to give you it in a nutshell. So, as I said, for 3 years we talked about it, right? Never wanted to. People say it's an investment. I think it is probably an investment on your back, on your spinal column, and on your legs. I've been watching. I don't know. You can love him or hate him. $1 Million Bogan. Some people hate him because I can't believe what he's doing at CVO. I know Chad said that when he was here. He's like, that guy's an idiot because he bangs that CVO all around. And I get it. Truth is, it's his money. But his girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever she is, was talking the other day, and she said, once he did the suspension, she said she can ride a lot further now. She knows her knees don't hurt anymore, and her legs and her calves are not hurting anymore because it was that constant pounding of those old shocks. The truth is about suspension, you don't really know how bad the stock suspension was until you buy new suspension. So, and that's just the truth. Like, until I got these, I would never tell anybody, rush out and buy these Legend Revo A's and spend your money like I did. That's not what it's about. Once I got them on and got to ride, and as soon as I came home, I texted the guys, Bronco Ride, and I texted Bodine. And I told Bronco Ride, thank you very much for telling me about these. I mean, I've heard about Legend Revo's A's. You guys know I did the whole shock series where I compared the different ones out there because I was doing my research. I was trying to spend less money. I was looking at progressives for $300. I was trying to spend less money. But whenever I do that, and I'm saying they're great. A lot of people run progressives. I know Be Their Rider PA runs them and loves them. And it's the price is definitely right on those shocks. With that said, what happens to me personally is I buy something because it's less money, and then I end up buying the more expensive thing later on anyway. So it would have cost me an extra $300 in the long run. So that's just me, guys. That's why I do it. So, check this out. Thank you, HDR. Gas Buddy is a Hellhaven app. I just downloaded and have been pursuing it. Great stuff. Gas Buddy is where it's at in this day and age, in the modern day of gas getting crazy expensive. There you go. Let's see here. He doesn't buy the bike for a grandeur of a CVO title. He buys the bike to ride. Yeah, you're right. He does ride the crap out of his bikes for sure. So, but love him or hate him, man. It's his money. It's his motorcycle. He said that's what he loves to do. He doesn't drink. The guy doesn't smoke. Is he an eccentric millionaire? Maybe. I don't know. He is hell of a fun guy to watch. Him and that little girl of 90 pounds that he rides around with, they dropped that motorcycle. I'm telling you, that motorcycle is almost 900 pounds, and they pick it back up. And did you ever hear like people come by, hey, chap, or what do they say in Australia? Not chap. What's the word they use in Australia? I don't know. But like, hey, buddy, do you want some help picking that bike up? He's like, no, man, we got it. Because he wants to do it on their own. They're doing this on their own. They don't want any help. But anyway, yeah, $1 Million Bogan on YouTube. Check him out, man. He has like millions of or thousands of followers or hundreds of thousands. I don't know. It's great entertainment. It's a lot of fun. He posts on a regular basis. He's doing this trip. Guys, he's been riding, him and her have been riding in 110 degrees Fahrenheit for hours. They fell off the bike one day, like literally stopped the bike and just fell. They couldn't go any further, and it's interesting. So let's see here. Jackie Boy says, okay, the rebound keeps your tire from skipping on uneven pavement. It turns, thus preventing washing out. Every shock works good on good pavement. The better one saves you on the bad. Jackie Boy, you are like a power of wisdom today, my friend. Thank you so much. See, I don't know everything there is to know, and I shoot these videos. The videos I'm shooting is not so much buy the suspension. It's adjusted this way. You should do this to it. You should. Now, we had Chad here, and we showed you how to measure the sag because Chad has done it before. He's more of a person that can tell you about shocks than me. What you're getting from me with my videos is my personal experience. What do I think about it? How do I feel about the shocks? Was it worth the money to spend for me? Yes. Would I have bought just the straight Revos? Yes, because I am price conscious and I would have saved the $300. But am I happy with the Revo A's? Would I take them off and send them back? No, I love them. I think it's a great, and I guess so-called investment in my health and Mrs. HDR's back. So yeah, on that note, I would tell you that way. And I hope most of you guys know when you watch my videos, I am not an authoritative over anything. The only thing you get from me, like HDR garage videos, is HDR in the garage with a nice toolbox Mrs. HDR happened to buy me when we bought the garage. I've always wanted one of those on wheels. And I've been filling it full of tools that, I could take lights off the bike and wire things up. And that's what you get. I'm not an authoritative over any of that. I'm not like this master mechanic. But, I can show you tips and tricks, especially putting lights on now. We're getting pretty good with that. I put a lot of lights on the motorcycle. Sorry, my nose was bleeding this morning. I was on the treadmill and I sneezed and I blew blood all over the wall. Don't know why, but that did happen this morning. So got to get my blood pressure checked again, make sure it's not getting too high for sure. But anyway, that's about it on that. So, Toby says, Jackie Boy, thanks for the wisdom. Yeah, thanks for the wisdom, Jackie. I mean, it's great when we have these Saturday morning chats because just talking about stuff and bringing topics or things up, you guys are so informative. Scott Davis, good morning. I think I said morning to you. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to, not include everybody in this chat. Money 70. It's good content, HDR. Give us more perspective and make an informed decision. Money 7855, and I appreciate you saying that, and that's what I gave you. That's what I want you guys to know. I don't want anybody, like I watch Saddle Tramp. Now some of you may watch Saddle Tramp. He's the one that his garage blew over in the storm, and we were gonna go visit him last year, and I talked to him on Instagram a lot. We had a hotel figured out, everything near him, but then we hit a typhoon and we couldn't go this year. So but with Saddle Tramp, he does build motorcycles. He is a mechanic. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. So, when you watch it, that's, to me, when I watch him, that's an authority. If I wanted to do something, I would put my bike up on the lift and watch his videos to do it. So, but what you get from me is more of a riding perspective, even the one with the shocks, that was a lot of research. I did a lot of research trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I wanted to share that with all of you, and I think that went over pretty well. Everybody kind of enjoyed that video. And I think like you said, I think I gave you a way to make an informed decision for yourself. That's what this is all about, right? Bikers helping bikers. That's what we all do here. I've been doing it for a lot of years. So it's been a lot of good times for sure. Let's see here. Hey, it's Easter tomorrow. The only reason I traded my Ultra in for a ride of the Roadmaster, no reason to upgrade. The Indian suspension, it is great. Okay. And I love riding Indian motorcycles, man. I hope we have another Indian demo day. Um, and I love the Roadmaster. It's an amazing motorcycle for sure. I told you Mrs. HDR does still want the Indian Chieftain Vintage, or Indian Vintage, whatever. She loves that motorcycle, and I'm sure eventually, maybe once this one's paid off, I told her maybe we'll go out and start digging around and try to find one, like not a brand new one. We'd like to find something like 2017 or above, I guess. Hey, Big Dog PA, that's okay. Good day to you there. Thanks for coming in, though. We'd love to have you on board. HarleyDayRider, that is a topic or question. I got to read this here. For all of you, how do you balance watching, keeping up with other channels versus your own life, grandparents, live streams, etc.? Toby, the way I've been balancing it lately, I'm going to throw this out there, then I got a kick. But the way I've been balancing it lately is Mrs. HDR after dinner has been wanting to like really get the kitchen cleaned up quickly. So she's out there cleaning the kitchen. I'll go in and start watching YouTube videos on the TV. So if some days you say HDR never watches my stuff, trust me, I'm watching it. I may just not be able to comment, but I do try to comment on my phone if it works out where I can find your video on my phone, and then I'll throw a comment in there. And balancing it out, myself and Bodine talked about this the other night, is some days you got to balance life with motovlogging. Is go out, leave your camera gear at home, guys. Find yourself a helmet that you like that you can just throw in your head with nothing. No Sennas, no phones, no nothing. No cameras especially. Go out to ride for yourself and enjoy your life. And then go back and do your hobby, your motovlogging, So we don't want to be out there. We don't want motovlogging as a hobby to become like another job, I guess, because it does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. Like yesterday, man, 4 cameras and a Sony digital recorder. But I did that. It was like a labor of love, man. I just did it for fun and put that video together. I hope you guys really enjoy that tomorrow. Like I said, it's released tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you enjoy that video. It is a little longer. Watch it all, though, man, because there's some cinematic stuff in there that I'm pretty proud of. So, it was fun to do. All right, everybody. Again, Anonymous Miker, good morning, man. Good to have you in there. Sorry, we're getting ready to kick, though. But everybody, thank you so much for joining me here each and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or somebody point out Eastern Daylight Time. But it's still 8 a.m. is when I start. I don't care if we change the clocks up or back. So Eastern Standard Time. I love having you in here every week. I'm very happy that we have a great crowd every week, and we talk about pretty much anything we want to talk about. So it's always a good time. So thanks. And I hope everybody has an amazing Easter tomorrow. Get with friends, family, and I hope you have a great dinner. If you do that, if you celebrate the whole Easter experience, for sure. If you have grandkids, man, I can't wait to see them with their baskets. That just tears me up inside, man. It's so much. I got so much love for my grandkids, man. You can't believe it. It gives me a whole new reason to hang on to life every day. I want to live until I'm 100. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching again. And don't forget that new video coming out tomorrow morning. There is no fireside chat tomorrow because it is Easter. We moved it and we recalculated some dates out to fix it. So it's better that way. But thank you so much. And again, happy Easter to everybody. I will talk to you next Saturday morning right here on Coffee with HDR. Remember, Roger and Rod, be safe out there. HDR will be down and out in the beautiful studios here in southwestern Pennsylvania. We'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye for now. I need like an ending song to play. Da, 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 da. Something like interesting or something. I got to figure that out. Okay, bye, everybody. Thanks, Dean. See you guys.